I know, it's weird because you guys are new. Hi, I'm Julie, and I am from Cornerstone Village in Victoria, Minnesota. I'm going to put this down so you guys can see what I'm doing. And I am the property manager here at a 55 plus community. And we like to have a lot of fun. And with COVID, we've been trying to do more and more. And one of the things that I started was this YouTube show, which has been interesting and actually a lot of fun. I've actually learned quite a bit. I hope that the people that have watched have as well. This month, we're doing the air fryer. So today we're going to make twice baked potatoes. And who doesn't love a good potato? I'm going to start off by telling you that I made, so how you make the twice baked potatoes in the air fryer is that it's already baked. So one of the people on the recipes, and I do put the recipe link down below in the description box. I also put my link to my whole Pinterest account, which is where I have most of my videos. So you can go back and watch. And I'm going to talk about one that I previously did in a minute. Anyway, one thing that she said is that in the beginning of the week, she'll make baked potatoes and then make extra. And then at the end of the week, she makes these twice baked potatoes. So they're actually set aside in the refrigerator and then pulled out when she's ready to use them. So I thought that was actually a great idea. I'm always looking for ways to make my life easier. So, which you have probably heard if you've watched any of my videos, how crazy my life is. So I went ahead and I did something kind of fun. I wanted to see for myself. I make baked potatoes 3 different ways. My favorite is the Instant Pot. Now, if you go back and watch my video on Instant Pot baked potatoes, I believe it was with salmon. Unfortunately, it did cut off at the end, but they are the best baked potatoes. So you do them in the Instant Pot, and then you take them out, you put olive oil on them, salt, and you put them in the broiler. And they're just fantastic. So that is this one. Let me show you what it looks like. So this is the Instant Pot potato. You can see that it's nice and steamy. It's so tender that the peeling kind of comes off. So it is so good. And it takes, for a medium potato, you put it in for 16 minutes and then you let it naturally release for 10. Again, go watch my Instant Pot videos. They'll explain all that to you. I'm not going to explain that today. I also have been known to make, and I'm embarrassed right now because of, I'm going to show you guys and you're going to see why I'm embarrassed. I've made potatoes in the microwave and you just poke them and you put them in for 10 minutes. I will tell you that I don't ever eat the peeling when I do it that way, but it's a quick way to get a potato. But this is what it looks like. It's like an old lady. Like it's so wrinkly and gross and puffy. It's just disgusting. We're not even going to use this today. It's so, sorry. No, like an old lady, you know, like those, what I was thinking is, you know, those apples that you make when you're younger and you let them sit out and then they get all like that. Look at how wrinkled that is. Nobody's this wrinkled. Anyway, super gross. We're not going to use that. The other way I made a baked potato today, and this is another one of my favorites, but it takes longer, actually get the same kind of crusting on the peeling that you do in an Instant Pot, and doing it that broiling way is this. And I just got this out of the oven. It is hot. But anyway, I take a potato, you know, poke it. I put olive oil around it, put some salt on it, and I bake it at 425 for 45 minutes. And it's crunchy on the outside and yum in the inside. So this is the one we're going to use today. I've already made a couple from the Instant Pot potatoes, but as I'm showing you this, I'm going to use the baked potatoes from the oven. Okay, so you've got your baked potato started. This is actually so easy. I almost probably don't even need to do a video about it, but I'm doing one. So we're going to do it. I was going to do hamburgers too. Couldn't pull it off today. So maybe I'll do the hamburgers later. Okay, so you take a potato and you cut it long way. Okay, so I'm going to cut it from here to here. And it is nice and warm. So this is one thing I'm going to say. I am not good at scooping out the potato and I mess it up. That's okay. You don't have to worry about that. You guys see me and what I'm doing here? Make sure you can see me. Okay, so this is the baked potato. I just cut it in half. There's kind of some icky right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off. Sometimes potatoes do that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're gonna scoop out just some of the potato, not all of it. You wanna go ahead and keep some of the potato in there. And you know, I had like 4 spoons. Where did they all go? I'll bring a bunch of spoons. Okay, so you go ahead, and what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of taking it along the side a little bit and kind of going underneath gently, and then I'm going to put it in a bowl. So all this potato you're going to put in the bowl, and you want to get as much, but you want to be able to leave a little bit on the side as well. So it's okay to have that. And I'm going to pull this up. So this is, woo, see how it's falling apart? So there, that's what it looks like. Okay. And it is falling apart, but that's okay, because in the air fryer, I'll just mold it to where I want it and then put the stuff on top, and it just kind of molds together, and you'll be able to see that. So now I'm going to do it with this side. And so really with the air fryer, there's only enough room for 2 potatoes cut in half. So you do 2 at a time. Okay. And I'll show you this again. Oops, I got a little bit more. Okay, do you see how I still have some potato left in there? And that's okay. All right. And the peeling's falling off. That's okay. We don't have to be perfect here. Okay, so I'm going to do another one. Cutting it in half lengthwise. Pulling, oh, I almost didn't follow my own advice there. Doing the sides first. I found that kind of helps, because you'll see the ones I made before. They're pretty torn up, but that's okay. Okay. That's okay. Last week, my boss was talking in here while I was doing my show, so that's okay. I just kicked him out. Okay. Okay, we're almost done. Ooh, that's hot. Maybe let them cool down a little bit. I probably should have gotten started earlier. Okay, so now I've got my 4 potatoes that are nice and ready to put the stuff in. And I'm going to set this aside. Okay. And I've got a potato masher. And I just want to tell you, this is so funny. This is the first time I've ever used one of these. Do you guys use this? Like a potato masher? I use a mixer usually. Oh, a mixer usually. So I'm going to go ahead and mash it just a little bit before I put some of the other ingredients in it. Just because I found like the other ingredients were kind of getting in my way before. Okay, so that's good. So all you're going to do is put about 2 tablespoons of sour cream in here. Put 1 tablespoon of butter. I'm using my fingers. And then you're going to use a 1/2 cup of shredded cheese. Cheddar is what I like. However, today, for some reason at the grocery store, they were out of cheddar. I think it's so weird what COVID what things are like out of stock because of COVID. And apparently cheddar cheese. I know salsa is one of them, and that drives me crazy. All right, so 1/2 cup of shredded cheese into our mixture, and then you just mash it up. Kind of fun. If you have any anger or you're stressed, right? This week has been crazy, but it's good crazy. We are really doing a lot of tours and renting up right now. We're getting a lot of people in here, and that's actually exciting. Okay. So I mashed it all up. I'm going to get this off. Okay. I'll put it right here. And so you've got this mixture like this right here. You can see the cheese in there. It's nice and creamy. Let me do one more mash with my spoon just to make sure. And now we're going to just take one of the potato peels that we have here, and you just put the mashed part right in the middle, like that. And if you have extra, you can mound it, you know, kind of have a mound on top, but you don't need to. You feel like it should, right? It's with, since we put more stuff in it. So there, looks just like this. Can you guys see that? I feel like the lighting isn't always the best. Okay, so we got my one that's like totally falling apart. I'm just gonna kind of do a makeshift one here. That'll be mine. And then, and so you do have enough for all four. Okay, so now I've got all four of those ready. Now, magic with a cooking show is that I already made some. So we can see them. And I'll show you what they look like. So you put them in the air fryer for 8 minutes at 400, and you can see how it got crusty on the top, and the bottom is a little bit as well, and they're nice and warm. So what you do is you take these, and they're already cooked for 8 minutes, and you're gonna put a little bit more of the shredded cheese on it. Nice and healthy. So I'm just putting some shredded cheese, and then I've got bacon. So one thing that's really nice that I do, you know, I like a good thing that makes me skip a step. So I actually buy the bacon that's already cooked, and you pull it out of the package, you put it in the microwave for 20 seconds, and then I set it aside and I cut this up. So it is fresh bacon, you know, and that's nice. If I don't have the time, and you know, everybody loves bacon. Although I do have one of my kids that doesn't, and I think that's weird. But yeah, that's weird. Okay. So what we're going to do now is I am going to put this in. And you know what else I forgot today? I can't even believe it. Is chives. Chives would be fantastic. So you can see this is already the toasted one that I just showed you. I added some more cheese, and now I added bacon. And we're going to put it in the air fryer for about 2 minutes, okay? Not a big deal. And so during that 2 minutes, I kind of want to tell you what's going on here. We have so much going on. So I think that with vaccinations and spring coming, we are definitely renting up. People are coming, and I think that's exciting. I have 8 people moving in by June 1st, including you guys. So that's exciting. And then we also are getting our activities up and going. I have not heard back from the grant that we're doing for the garden and some of the block parties yet. I have 2 different grants that we're trying for. I'm actually really excited about that. And, you know, the more we get, the more we'll be able to do, which is exciting. But at the same time, you know, even if we don't get these grants, we're still able to do fun things. We can still have the block party. You know, we're going to block off our U here and have a live band. If anybody knows of a good live band, let me know. And everybody can bring their own chair, and then we're going to just sit out and have, you know, if you want to bring your own drinks, and then we can just sit out there and enjoy music and have a good night. So I'm actually really excited. I think we're doing that every other Friday night this summer. So should be fun, and you guys are all welcome to come. Okay, so here this is. Oh my, that looks good. Can you see? I'll bring this in so you can really see. You see how it's nice and melted cheese. The bacon looks good. It's all put together. Yum. I'm excited. I have a lot of people here to eat these today, so that's going to be fun. So I'm actually going to go ahead while I'm talking to you and put the other ones in here to show you how I kind of put them in there. These are hot little boogers when you get them out, so be careful. So like the ones that I told you that were, like this one was completely falling apart, and now you can still see that it's actually okay. So once they start baking, I think they kind of just mold again. Let me use my spoon for this one. And they just kind of mold, which is great. Okay, and then I'll show you in a minute what we do when we eat them. So here's my other 4 that we made together. And I'm going to show you how I just kind of put them. So I'll do the one that's totally broken. Put that one in first. I put it right up against the edge there. I'll show you. Okay. And then I'll probably put one next to it that's not so broken. And then you just put them in like this. And there you go. 8 minutes, 400 degrees, and I can show you how to do that as well. So the air fryer couldn't be more simple. I mean, it is super simple. You push it in, turn the power on, put the temperature to 400, put how many minutes you want it. So 8 minutes, and then push power, and that is it. So much you can make with these, with the air fryer. I actually think because of this show, I actually think I want to do like, I want to buy one of those big air fryer Instant Pot, rotisserie things. Like they're huge, but I think that's what I want. And you know what? It takes the same place as 2 of these, one of air fryer and Instant Pot. So anyway, okay. So you take this, and this is all ready to eat. And you do whatever you want. You can put some sour cream on it, which I like to do sour cream. And then you just eat it. Yum. I mean, I think this goes with anything. And I think it's kind of more fancy. You know what else this probably needs is a little salt and pepper. I like salt and pepper, so I'm going to put some salt and pepper on there. I think some of the things you could do is you could make it with cream cheese. You could make it with ranch dressing if you want a little bit more seasoning. You could really play around with this and do a lot with these. And I think they're fancy. They're just kind of a fancy way, side dish to your meal. And they're easy, especially if you make the potatoes ahead of time. All right, so this is what it looks like. Yum. That's really good. I thought about it this morning. Would I ever tell you if I didn't like what I was making on my show? But I think I actually would. I think I would tell you. So anyway, go back and look at my other shows. Definitely like and subscribe my video. And let me know if you have any questions. And if you make this, especially if you make it with a different idea, let me know, because I'm always open to hear those things. Have a great day and a good week. Bye. All right.